Hey guys, it is Monday. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. We're just a few days away from conference. So I'll introduce myself real quick. I am Stephanie Dunn.
I'm Joel.
Joel's here. He may share with us. I don't know if he will, but super excited to share with you guys. So we've been doing this 11 years, and some of the questions I always get is, how are you building your business? What are you saying? What are some key words? How do you talk to people? So as I'm going through and just thinking about this week, there's going to be so much excitement. I mean, it's already building. People are just so excited. We're starting to see people fly in, and they're just ready. I see it. You guys are ready and excited for what conference has to hold. And so I really want to make sure that we know how we're talking to people and how we can seal the deal a little bit better. And I had a couple texts of some other questions that kind of pop up. So if there's a question that you're just dying to ask, I'll have Joel kind of watch the comment section for me and do that. But one of the things that I really wanted to share is I actually got to sit with Pam Saturday night, and I shared with her a message just that I was doing. It was so simple, and the wording. And I've been on some three-way calls with different people. And so the best thing to do is really to be excited. I think that's always something that I've always had, and I still feel like now is even the best time. Oh, sorry, my assistant was messaging me. Now is like the best time because we've gone through so many different phases of the business to go. We've got amazing product. The kit prices are great. We've got bonuses coming. Like, there's so many things that we've done. Our product is pretty. We've got social media. So there's a lot of good things. But one of the things is there's keywords that people love and there's keywords that people hate. And so there's certain things that I want to teach you when you're talking to people, especially new, or you just didn't even realize that you're saying that and you're talking to the people, and how you can just really help eliminate the no's or people not responding. And so one of the things that I've always talked about is I've hated the word Autoship. It scared me. I didn't have money when I joined, but I wanted the product. So there's a lot of people out there that probably that say, I'd love to do this, but I'm broke. I don't have the money. How do we get over that? So they hear that word Autoship and they automatically think it's another payment every single month. Now we know, especially if we've been in this and we're building our business, that Autoship is an important thing, right? So we want product, we want to get results. The main thing is let's get them in so that they can start using that product and gathering some customers. So I always let them know, worst case scenario, you can join. We're going to help you get some customers. We really want to push for that. But if this just didn't work for you, you can stop. So that's kind of the distributor part. So if you're talking to potentials, I always let them know that there's an out. It almost like if I was in person with them, it's like their body language just opens up and they're more like, okay, I want to do this.
It's like they have a sigh of relief.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, good. Because that was me. Oh, good. Like, I love that. Once we get them in, their Autoship, we know this already gets set up for them. So what are some things that they'd want? A lot of the product, especially like coffee, we can sell as samples. So if they're seeing us in our team pages and posting about samples, they're going to want to buy some product anyway and have that set up. So once they're in, then we can start talking about the importance of being a product of the product, having samples on hand, because if people just want to buy some things for cash, it's a big deal, and really making sure that you're using that product. So I usually say or don't say Autoship. If it's a customer, I let them know, hey, you're going to get my discount. I'm excited that you want to try the Thermofy X. It's $39 my cost, and you're just going to get 2 more orders of that. And you can change it if you like. Otherwise, you can keep it for the next 90 days. So I don't say you're committed, Autoship. I just let them know, like, this is how you're going to do it. It's going to be 3 consecutive months or 2 more months of ordering. And really, we want them longer than that. So I think they'll love it. And I usually say, you're going to love it. You're probably going to be on it longer. Like me, I can't go a day without it. So those are some key words to say, not say. When I'm talking about the kit, are you letting them know what's in the kit and what the value is? I got on a 3-way call, and then I don't know if Erin's on or not. She might not be on, but she listened to me talk to her potential distributor, and she said, I never realized that I should be telling them what's in the kit and how much of a value that is. So right now we know the kit has a wrap, it has greens on the go, keto coffee, collagen, and keto energy. All those we can sell for cash. And so I said, I love this. When you sign up for $99, you're actually going to get about 160 in product. And we're going to teach you right away how you're going to flip that and make the cash. And so that you're going to have some in your hand. And so by talking to that potential, I let them know there's people that, you may not know the product yet, but they want to sample it just to get a feel for it, a taste for it. So this is a great way to get some cash in your product and learn how to talk to people and then follow up with them. It's a follow-up list, guys, of people that you can talk to because they've tried the product, they've bought it for you from cash. So make sure you have PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, something. So you need to learn how to take money that way too. So if you're like, I'd love to do that, or old school, I used to sell stuff out of my house and they come to my house. So they put money in my mailbox and I'd leave it at the front door or whatever. So, you can still take cash in person too and make sure you do that. But that's a big deal. And that makes them go, I can do this. So it's like big business starts with small business. And those are those small wins every single day that you should be focused on, every single week, month, and year. And so when I'm talking like, why am I so consistent with this? Because I'm constantly adding to my list. I'm constantly talking about the samples, letting them know, hey, I know that you were interested in the samples last month. Was that something you were still interested in? Or have your goals changed? So are you talking to people about weight loss? Are you talking to them about energy? What are your goals? So those are some things too, when you're doing this, what is your goal? If you're talking about weight loss, this is a great question. Are you interested in weight loss, energy, or both? It gives you an idea what products we can help them with too and create a package for them. So always making sure that we're doing that, letting them know the value of the kit and how that they can sell those, and then immediately giving them the post. I think you guys know this, most of you are on team pages. And so you can look and see, okay, there's posts that I should be doing every single day. I should be incorporating a product into my life. What do you love? And I don't use all of the products, guys, but there's certain ones that I can't live without. So what are going to be your top products that you love, that you've got before and after pictures with, and that you're going to constantly talk about? And I like talking about the ones I can get cash with. It just makes sense, right? So I'd like to make cash, turn those into customers and follow-ups, and then into potential distributors. When you hear me talk to people, Joel, what do you see or notice? I know he has a different perspective when he hears me.
So one of the things that you hear a lot just in sales in general is creating a sales funnel. So if you see what Stephanie's doing, she's creating a ginormous funnel by having the ability to talk to people about wanting to drink coffee, wanting to lose weight, wanting to see energy, wanting to tighten, tone, and firm. She's creating a ginormous funnel at the top. And as they're going in, she's narrowing it down even more by asking them specific questions. But the thing that she's always got in her mind is she's always going to lead with products that she can sell for samples. Mm-hmm. Because guess what? Cash is what kept us alive in the beginning. When we were standing in line at churches just so that we would have enough money left over and not have huge grocery bills, we were so dependent on that cash. She would go out on a weekend with a box of wraps and she would come back with $100 to $200. Now think about what you could do with keto cash, with coffee cash, with energy cash, with collagen cash. I mean, guys, you can cash your way until your team builds. So that's the thing that I've noticed that you do so much is you start at getting them interested with samples. Mm-hmm. Then you don't tell them that the samples are free. Mm-mm. Because most people message you, go, okay, I want free samples. And you're like, I never said free samples. I said, I have samples available. Mm-hmm. And then you sell them on the idea of the sample. But then once you get them on the phone, that idea of a sample goes to, well, what most people do is instead of just buying a couple samples, they just buy the whole pack because it makes more sense.
Yeah. And I get them on the phone. Are you a phone person? Are you a texter? Where is your strength? And let's focus on that. So for me, it's on the phone. They can hear my excitement. I'm like, there's no pressure, but gosh, why wouldn't you want to try? Everybody's always wanting to make a little extra money. And why not you be the one that they're getting it from? You're going to be using the product anyway. You might as well make some cash. That's how I've always like thought of this business. And when you start to learn that every potential that you're talking to is really a distributor potential, then that's when big business really starts to happen. Because the worst case is they can actually order as a customer, right? So distributors can order, but they'll lead you to more people. They're gonna want to hopefully, hey, I have a potential, can you get on a 3-way call? Like, team, think about this. Do you have anybody that's on your team who wants 3-way calls? I'm happy to do that for people. So let's make sure that we're doing that. Just knowing if you're asking people to get on a call with you, that's exciting. Like, somebody wants your help and to build the business. So why not get them on the call? Potentials, at night on Zoom. I just know my strength, and it's always on the phone. I'm looking at some of these messages. Hold on a second. There was one about coupons. So,
when you handed a coupon, how do you get somebody's information?
I love this because it was weird and awkward at first, but I wanted to build my business big. I've always was like, I want to do this. I didn't have a college degree or anything, but I saw that you could make the kind of money and more so that with this kind of business. So I was like, I'm going to do what it takes. So I always have my coupons or business card with me. One thing that'll help you remind you is put a sticky note on that, and it reminds you to get their name, their phone number, and their Facebook, or immediately add them on Facebook or Instagram. Today, I went to get lashes done, and I had added her on my Instagram, and she's been seeing my stories, and she asked me all about what I did and how she could incorporate it into her business, and now she's a distributor. All because I got her information to follow her on Instagram so she can see my stories. So that's another way, is if you don't have the sticky note on there, say, hey, we do some fun things on Instagram and Facebook. What's your Instagram? I'll follow you right now. Now, the key is to make sure you're following, but you're messaging, you're commenting, you're making sure that they're in your feed and seeing that. So you can even create a list in Facebook if you want of people that you need to follow up each month. So something that you can do, I've done, it'd be like for February, potential LC, so PTL, and those are people that are not customers yet, but they're in my list. I create a list, and those are people that I'm going to go comment on and like first thing in the morning so that they're seeing my feed, my stories. Same thing with distributors. Maybe there's people that you've gone through that you see, God, they have a huge following. I want them as a distributor. I want to make sure I'm commenting, I'm liking, I'm following up with them as much as possible. So the more information you can get on that sticky note, the more that chances are that you're going to be able to get them to host a post for you, to buy samples from, to host an event, become a customer or distributor. And in your mind, what do you want? I think that's important, guys. In my mind, I want to give every single person the ability to go make money. There is so much to be made, and it's a choice, and I want to be able to offer that to them. Somebody's going to. I get it a lot where people are like, oh, I'm a customer, and they didn't even know about the distributor part. I'm like, what? So don't forget, because there's going to be people like me that come around and are like, you can be a distributor. Like, why wouldn't you? You're already using the product. So making sure that you guys are doing that. So get your business card or your coupons if you haven't. Maybe wait till this weekend to see what we have. But be ready for what we have. Monday, Zoom is going to be off the charts, probably jam-packed with all kinds of different ways and things of what we're going to be working on. And I'll share a little bit more, and you'll see why I don't know everything, but I know a couple things that I think we'll be able to just slide in there, make it easier. So having your list ready to go is going to be important this week. I would start following people. And if you have your samples, if you're new, you can use your product that you've got. If you don't have product, I would get some that you can use as samples, but I would message people. Don't be afraid to message people on Instagram, or people that have big followings and you see them constantly posting and being a brand ambassador for other companies. They're sending them stuff to post and talk about. You can do the same thing. You can offer them, hey, if I send you a product, would you do a review for me? Would you post this up on your story for me? or whatever. So you give them kind of what you want and they'll do it for you. Don't be afraid to send that energy stick, that greens packet, the reds, the collagen, whatever that is, to have them do it for you, because they may have done it 2 years ago for somebody else. It doesn't mean that they don't have even more followers. So making sure that you're ahead of that. That's one of my secrets that I run, like, do I share this? So there's plenty of influencers out there that will do that for you. And because we're constantly getting asked all the time. So I'm always making an inventory of how are they asking me to promote their product? What are they saying? How are they getting me? Is it a product I want? You know? So those are some really good tips. Let me look at this. Okay, these are some things. So Facebook's being weird on, if you're new, we're trying to get people into Facebook groups. I think we have to send the links is what we're trying to figure out. So if you're not in team pages, bear with people on trying to get that. I don't know why we're not working on that, but I just didn't want to lose that. Let me look at my notes. Can you scroll up to see if there's anything else that pops up to you? Okay. I've got a whole long list of notes here. So one of the things, you know, for this is your mindset too, and really how you're talking to people. Do you believe that this business will change your life, changed your life? Do you believe it's a good opportunity? And I know that it is. There's going to be even bigger, more excitement after this weekend. I know you guys are just like dying to know. I am too. But something like that is going to make us just put everything out there. And so making sure that you're so freaking excited and that you're just reaching out to everybody and letting them know. Don't let somebody else decide where you're going. You have it in you to do whatever you want with or without people. And there's going to be different seasons of life for people, and it's okay. Some are going to say yes now. Some you'll have to follow up with. It doesn't matter, but you need to know exactly what are you hitting for. Newbies, we're going to want to make sure that you print off your Ruby, Emerald, Diamond chart. If you've been Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, double, you know, every month, see where you're at and go for that. So maybe you've hit a rank, you're not there now. What are you going for again? Do that and then add to it. So you need to understand that it's always going to change up a little bit, but you've got to have that chart and be so on top of it, especially when you're bringing in new people. That's going to push that volume, working with that excitement, and then it helps the people that have been in a while, like, oh, I've got some new blood.
You know, the whole thought process here, as well as mindset and planning, is if you don't know where you're going, how are you going to get there? Mm-hmm. If you don't constantly have your charts out, are you going to get to your promotion? Guys should always have charts with you in one form of another so that you're always looking down. What we've noticed is when people stop using their charts, they stop growing and they stop promoting, because all of a sudden they just get into this mode where they're all over the place. They're not focused. And that's why I love this system so much, is because it's focused and it shows you exactly what you need to do. So for those of you that aren't organized, guess what? We organized for you. We created steps to success and the charts to get you to your promotions.
Yeah, it's so important to be so focused on what you want, because we let it slide and it's okay. You just got to reel it back in. No, I'm going to do this month. This is to build a business. You have to want it. You have to show up every single day, hard days, all days, you know, not feeling good. You see people that are successful, they're doing the hard things. So it didn't come easy for me. It's still work. I busted my butt. So I always do, but this week I was like, I want to meet Dr. Nassif. How do I need to do this? I'm going to message every freaking person I know.
Guys, she didn't leave the couch.
No, I didn't. And
she was fingers of fire. I mean, this was Stephanie.
And I want you to think, oh, it just comes for her. No, because I made a decision. I was going to do it. My eyeballs were burning. But when you want something so bad, are you willing to do it? And I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to do it. I don't care. And some people don't know who I am. And I want you guys to know that. They don't know I'm a black diamond, what I make in the company, none of that, other than I'm so excited. I know what's coming. Our charts have been updated. There's going to be huge bonuses. Our products are amazing. I can teach you how to sell it for cash. Why wouldn't you want to make some extra cash and do this from your phone? Like that, those are the exciting things that I have. And so a lot of people are like, well, I'm not going to have the money until February. I'm like, that's awesome. We're going to be able to get you set up. Let me get all of your information now. And then I'm going to put you on my calendar, but I'm going to let you know what's coming on the 1st, 31st, whatever day. The bonuses and promotion, I should say bonuses, for promotions are announced and new product, so I can keep you on mind. So making sure that you have, like, I just have old school notebooks, so I can just flip right through them and go through the ones. I made stars by them, dated, put it on my calendar, and if they're really excited or not. So I worked really hard, and I said, you know what, if anything, it's a lot of people for me to follow up with as well. How big is your follow-up list? You know, mine is hundreds, because I took the time to really reach out to people and keep being consistent with that. So making sure that you guys understand, it's, if it's up to what is that?
If it's to be, it's up to me.
If it's to be, it's up to me. Now we know we have a team of people working with us, and it's going to go that much faster, but you got to be out there running the show until they're going to keep up with you, or then possibly pass you. And that's what we want to do with this. It's huge.
Guys, one other thing that I don't know how many of you utilize or are aware even exists. When you log into your eSuite, there's this first little video that pops up that has Cammie's face, and it says your monthly game plan. And then right underneath it, there's a spot to download your game plan. Guys, this is 4 pages every single month that will change your life if you start using it effectively along with your charts.
Yeah, and we all start the same way. We all get a fresh start every single month to make sure that we do that. But, you know, I put out big business because I want people to hear it. It doesn't just happen overnight. You got to start every single day to create these habits. And we have the things in place. We have that chart. We have everything that you need to do it. We've got social media. We've got pop-ups. It's, if your mouth is not open, your business is closed. So you've got to be opening your mouth. You've got to be sharing what you're doing. You've got to invite people into your life. Be weird and pull people in. Like, I love that people are just doing awesome on TikTok. It opens up another avenue for us to do. So don't get overwhelmed. Go try it. I think everybody needs to do it, because right now, like, one video of yours could go viral, and then you've got all these people. So us old people, you know, like me, I should not be on there. I don't care, because there's other people on there my age that are watching these addicting, stupid videos. And so then they go into your page and go, what are you all about? So utilize that, making sure that you do that. It's so uncomfortable, but that's how you grow. That's how you're going to get the things that you want. That's how you're going to be the one of the top earners. That's how you're going to get to, maybe it's $500 a month, but whatever it is, you got to make sure that you are just putting it out there. This is going to sound scary, but I think that if you want to do it, you want to be successful, you've got to do some scary things. Everybody's got their cell phone, and there's probably a ton of names in your cell phone that you have programmed in. And so this is something that I think would be awesome if you did. If you're in a team page and they're doing giveaways or host to post, and some of you may be new and don't even know what host to post is yet. So we're going to want to make sure that you go to the team page and learn a little bit about that. But you can go into your text and go, hey, Sam, can I ask you a question? When I say that to people, it opens the door. People are curious. Are you curious? Like, you're just dying to know what that question is. And so if this is in text, in Instagram, whatever, I just know my phone. I love to do that. They'll say, sure, what's your question? Or, yeah, I want to know. So I let them know I'm part of a group that's doing a giveaway. It could be 300, 500, whatever it is. It's giving away 300 this month. Would you want to be part of, would you want to put a post up on your wall so you can be entered into this cash drawing too? So I'm not even saying that I'm doing it. I'm just part of a group that's doing that's in a cash giveaway. If we just post this up, could you do that? So then you can give them the post, anyone looking to lose 10 to 20 pounds. Under that post, that's where they'll comment, hey, my friend Stephanie is going to message you info. So again, go through that phone. I think we always think that we need to go through Facebook or Instagram, but you know what? Don't be afraid to message the people that are in your phone. Like, they might do that. or maybe they'll host a party. Maybe they're older and they're not on Facebook or Instagram, or maybe they just don't want to be, but they can help you out in other ways. So those are some things to grow business big, to constantly expand that list. You need to do those things to be successful. Just getting on Zooms, just thinking about the things. And there's a lot of things out there right now that, you know, people are doing, but they're putting in the work. So when I hear people, you know, they're like, I've got 85 loyal customers this month, it's because they're putting in the work. They're putting it in their stories. They're reaching out, they're asking, they're having their current loyal customers do host a post for them. Do you have a current customer that's got great results? Have them share, hey, these are my results. This is who's helped me out. You know, you're the person that helped them. So make sure that you do that. And we've just got to connect the dots a little bit better so that you have those follow-ups that you're really utilizing, how to message them, but how to talk to them. So those are some of the key things that I say and don't say. But I think, you know, I'm just so excited to give people the opportunity with this business. It's like the worst case, you get the product and you're going to get great results and you could stop. Now that's not what we want, but what a great time to do this with such huge things coming. You guys know that, right? They're going to do that. So the next thing that I get a lot, and I'll try to make this short, is I don't have the money. I think one of the girls is on here said, I didn't have the money either. If I could find her text, I should have saved this. And I said, you know, this is even more reason that you need to do this business. She's got 2 kids, living in her car, and really wanted to do this. And I said, you know, I didn't have the money when I joined either, but I was stuck and I was sick of being where I was at, and I wanted the product for me. So I was willing to be like, oh, well, overdraft my account. Like, I don't even care. Worst case, it is what it is. So I'm not telling people that, you know, go overdraft your account, but when you want something, you find a way. You sell something, you'll go babysit, you can do yard work, shovel if you're in the winter, you know, areas, stuff like that. They'll find a way. She's like, I really want to do this. I want to learn how to do this. I'm willing to do it. She was saying all the right things. She just didn't have it. Literally 5 minutes goes by and she goes, I went to the pawn store and pawned something so I could join the business. What's your link to join? So it just stopped me in my tracks, because I'd talked to quite a few people that didn't have the money, and I would give them ideas, you know, sell some things. And it doesn't have to be just one thing. It could be clothes. It could be, you know, getting things together. It could be, if it's somebody that they could go to their parents and borrow the money to help them out, because they can sell the product for cash, right? To pay that back if it's their family member or something to help them. But she was willing to do that, and some people aren't. But give them the options, follow up with them, but don't worry, the right ones are going to do that. And I think that was just an eye-opener for me when I thought, she lives in a car, you guys, scrambled to try to find something to go to the pawn store to do this business. And immediately she's like, what should I be posting? How do I talk to people? So it's back and forth, just texting, trying to help her on wording and how to get this out. So there shouldn't be any excuses. Like, it just gets me excited to know she has an opportunity to change her future. Like, that's what we have. Nobody's judging her where she's living or anything right now. She's just hungry to go help people. And that's what I always have to remember is that. So that is the absolute best thing, because I was willing to go, okay, I want to make $100 this week. I need to help somebody, or I need to sell product to make cash so I have it to put gas in my car. Like, think about that. What do you want? Are you really willing to do the things that are so uncomfortable to succeed, to have more, to do more? And, you know, when you see like motivational speakers or successful athletes or anything, they put in the work. It wasn't easy. You know, athletes, I mean, so those are some of the hardest workers, because they're in the gym at 3 a.m. and they're staying extra hours and they're doing all this stuff to maybe play professional ball. They don't have they may not do it.
I got a good one for you. It's not talent, it's tenacity that causes people to be successful. Because you can see a lot of people with talent without tenacity that just kind of get by. but people with tenacity can actually outwork the people with talent. But now when you have talent and tenacity, you're unstoppable, but you need the combination.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I love this. Any one of you can decide today, like, okay, I'm going to go sign up people because I'm going to talk to people. I'm going to get out in front of people. I'm going to offer the opportunity. And, one of the things recently I've noticed is people say, oh, it works. And I'm like, well, did you know that our chart has changed? Did you ever do it before? Did you know about all the new product that we have? So a lot of people don't even know all of the new stuff that we have. They may have seen it through stories or on posts, but they really don't know a whole lot. So making sure that you're excited about the new stuff. The old stuff is good too. Like, I love the wraps. So that's just something that I love, but it's open the door to go, well, what are you looking for? Because we may have a product that will help you.
Just so you know, here, so if you guys are writing down notes, this is like super baller status note time taking right now. So write this down. Why Stephanie became so successful at sealing the deal is because when she asked somebody about It Works and they said they heard about it, that wasn't the end of the conversation. Her next obvious question that she asked was, well, have you tried it? Mm-hmm. And almost unanimously, it was always, well, no. Mm-hmm. So somebody had told them about it, but had never asked them to try the product. So if you're talking to people and they say they know about it, now you start the discussion on whether they've tried a product or not. And that gets your foot in the door to seal the deal.
Mm-hmm. And again, guys, when you're talking to them, just really letting them know, hey, are you looking to make extra money? Would you want to stay home? Maybe it's professionals and they want time freedom, but they need a way to make money, or making extra money to give them a little bit of a break. So it's just making sure that we're asking the questions to see what they want so you can give them the right answer back. So always ask the question, listen to them, what they're saying, and agree with what they're saying and give what they need to hear. And I think that's just it. It's like, oh, I'm a mom of 3. I get what it's like to, Christmas or whatever. Like, oh, yep, I've been there. It's tough. Like, I struggled to get by. And so we had to sell things or buy used things for Christmas presents. I was working I was telling somebody, I was like, yeah, I was working like 18 hours a day. I know what it feels like to not have sleep, to have my daughter come with me to work and sit under the desk and just wanting to give her more. And we couldn't, but I wanted a way out. And so I was willing to do that. So what are some things that could free up those things for people? And it's this opportunity to be able to try. Like, the worst case, they just don't try. They get in, they just don't try, but it's there and you've given them the opportunity. And I think that's the most important thing that we have, to do with that. I'm just looking through this. Is there anything else on here? It's okay to slack. Now it's time to be consistent. Yes. I love this. So this just reminds me, like, when you guys are posting or you're doing some things, I love like the call to action. So text opportunity, text info, in mine, it's always, I'll put, I'm curious or I'm nervous. Because people are, right? Like, I was nervous. I didn't know. I was like, man, I'm probably not going to be able to do this. So make sure that you're putting some things there that you can have a conversation with, to be like, okay, I see that you're nervous on my poll. Are you nervous because you don't know much about the product and you wouldn't know how to help people? Are you nervous because you don't know what I do and you want information? So it's constantly just letting them know that we're there to help them, to encourage them, as long as they're willing to ask you the questions and do the things that we can truly help them. But those are, I'm trying to think what other things that I really had. I mean, I've got a ton more, but I don't want to keep it because we've got lists to do this week. I would really think about some posts to have interaction. And this is something, one of our girls, she's a top enroller. She's a presidential, and just kills it all the time. And it's because she's in stories And it doesn't matter. She's messaging people that even watch her story, people that comment, like, it doesn't matter. She's going to reach out to them to offer them the opportunity. Hey, have you ever thought about making extra money? Or I have a giveaway that I'm doing this month. Would you be interested in making, possibly being entered into our giveaway? So lots of different ways to interact with them, but you've got to do it. Again, you've got to ask. And I think by you being consistent, putting it out there, drinking, showing results, people are going to ask. But when you want something so bad, sometimes you got to step out and actually do the ask. And I would. Maybe you guys have been in it before and you're coming back, or, I love this. I talked to somebody that was a distributor back in 2011. And she's like, do you still measure at parties? And I said, wow, no, we don't do that anymore. And so it just took me back. Like, she has no idea what we do now. And it's okay. It's evolved and it's gotten different. But by reaching out, we don't know if they had done it before or not, because they have no idea what we have. So it just creates this excitement. They're like, oh, wow, I had no idea. So if you were a distributor before, I've got something new for you. Have you, put that out there? I'm starting a new business. Has anybody ever wanted to make extra money? Love to partner with you. Just little things like that. Take a picture or go online tonight and go look for 2 different pairs of shoes or boots or whatever and post about it. Shoe A, shoe B. Like, you're going to get comments and different likes, and it's not to just do giveaways, guys. It's to get interaction and to go see if this is somebody that you would want to do business with, right? So even the Kobe Bryant post that I did yesterday, it's gotten me people that I was like, I didn't even know they followed me, or I need to be friends with them. I love basketball. And so it opened up a new door for me to follow people and to make friends that have that same passion as I do. And so, sharing stuff that you like, it just opens up new doors. So I'm creating these lists where you think, gosh, you may not post about It Works all the time. I'm creating lists to follow up, to communicate, to message them, to like and comment, and to get them into my feed so that they can start seeing a little bit what I do. And then when I go to message them, they're ready to do what I do. So making sure that you do that. How are parties done now? I'm one of the older DTs returning. So parties are different. We're going to do a whole Zoom on that. I won't have the whole night to go over that. I wanted to give you guys just basics of get your list, message everybody, all the exciting things that we have, what we have coming, expand that network, letting people know it's okay. There's no commitment if this just doesn't work out. I think the other thing today that I did when I was talking to a potential was, do you have to order a bunch of stuff? And I said, a bunch of stuff. I said, I guess I'm like, what do you mean? I said, I just order product for me. And then, I have some stuff on hand that I sell as cash, but no, I don't need to buy $2,000 worth of product to have on hand, if that's what you're talking about. Because there's companies that you need to order $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 of product, and then that's how they make their money. They sell it and whatever else. So no, we just get our kit and use the product. And if you want to buy extra product to sell as samples, you can. But the great thing is we don't have a huge inventory. It actually gets drop shipped to them, and we make money off of our customers. So how great is that? So we have like the best of everything. So that's how I talk. And she's like, oh, that is something I want to do. And it's just little things like that, you guys, that we have our hands on something so amazing with no huge inventory, low cost to get in, affordable products that work and that people want, and tons of samples for cash. So, again, think about those things. That what do you love about this? What's exciting for you? So those are some of the things. Start small business creates big business. But we're going to have a freaking awesome week. I can't wait to see some of you this week. But then next Monday, it's going to be a really long Zoom of being really specific on some things and changes and what we're going to do, and a couple charting Zooms, because I know a lot of you want to know how to chart and the best way to chart. So we'll make sure that we do some of those too. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. I cannot wait for you guys to see everything that's coming. I'm excited to see everything because I don't know everything, but I just know, you know, this is just so exciting for me, and just hearing what Mark has said and what he's bringing and doing is just, I can't wait. So make sure that you're reaching out to everybody, because if you're not, somebody else over here is, like ours. I will message people and help them. So I'm gonna get a quick picture before I forget. Like the last few Zooms, I'm like, I keep forgetting. So put your smiley faces on. Okay, next. 1, 2. Okay. I'm trying to see everybody.
Good.
Oh, I see Amanda. We're good?
Oh, do it again.
Okay. Everybody, I see your cousin. I see Jessica. All right, guys. Have an awesome weekend. And then some of you, I'll see you this week or this weekend. And then we'll see you again next Monday, guys.
Woohoo!